Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Billy. Today I would like to share with you two full shirt dresses with puff sleeves. So the idea behind today's dresses is Princess Beatrice's wedding dress. I just loved everything about that dress, especially the puff sleeves. So after seeing this wedding picture, I immediately went on the internet to find a pattern that would show me how to construct a similar sleeves. And so that led me to McCall's M8108 pattern. And so for this McCall's A108 pattern, in addition to this really cute puff sleeves, I also really like the bodice of View B, and it's actually a empire waist. And even though empire waist is generally not my thing, I thought I could easily extend it to my natural waist for the desired silhouette. And so for this one, the construction is quite interesting in the sense that the bodice is one piece and the shoulder portion is a separate piece. And so the pattern calls the shoulder portion the yoke. And so the bodice is a bit like a tube with the yoke. And it has a very open square neckline in the front and also in the back. And because I knew that I would need to modify this pattern, obviously, to extend the bodice and also to adjust the princess seam bodice to fit my A-cup chest, I thought I would just go ahead and make a muslin or a toile to test out this pattern. And so that was what I did. So this is the muslin that I made from this McCall pattern, and obviously I only made one sleeve. And so my first impression after making up this muslin was that I really love the look of the puff sleeves. It is exactly what I was looking for, so I'm very happy about that. However, immediately there were two major issues with this bodice. Number one is, as you can see, the neckline is very, very low. It's just, it actually comes below the armhole, and then both in the front and also in the back. And so this very low neckline basically tells me that I would not be able to wear my regular bra with this. And as a general rule, I am not a big fan of strapless bras unless it's for a special occasion when I needed to look my best. So that is a bit of a strike one against this particular pattern. And number two is because the yoke portion are very separated. As a result, and also because the back is the same thing also, so there's not a whole lot to keep this the back yoke in place. As a result, the shoulder, this shoulder portion, the sleeves, falls off very easily from the dress form. And if it falls so easily from the dress form, it certainly will fall even more easily from my body. And I just, so then this is kind of a strike two against this bodice. And so because there were just so many changes that needed to be made on this bodice to fit me, to lengthen the bodice, to change the princess seam, to raise the neckline, and also to widen the yoke, I decided not to tackle this particular pattern at this time. However, I really love the puff sleeves, so I thought I would use the puff sleeves for today's for the projects that I will show you today. The first dress that I will share with you today is this green dress made from 2.5 yards of quilting cotton from connectingthreads.com. And so here's a close-up of the fabric itself. So it's a sort of vibrant green, sort of hunter green with butterflies. And I thought, it's very girly, so suitable for this sort of girly feature of this puff sleeves. And I was very impressed when I got this fabric at home because even though it's also a cotton, the hand, it feels so much more smooth than the standard cotton that I purchased. And so it feels more like a garment cotton versus a cotton. And also, it might not come across. It has a very subtle sheen. So in a way, it almost reminds me of a cotton sateen. And so I'm really happy that I discovered this because I'm a big fan of cotton sateen. But these days, it is just about impossible to find cotton sateen without stretch. So I'm very happy to have come across this 100% cotton that has no stretch. And also one good thing about this cotton is it's actually made from this is from Connecting Threads Luxe line, and according to its website, it's made from long stable cottons, which I think explains why the hand is very smooth. From cotton locally grown in the U.S. And in addition, it has the OEKO tax certification certifying the environmental and the labor practices. So I do think it's a feel-good fabric, and I definitely will be a repeat customer of this particular line. And so now back to the dress. So then for this dress, I did the square neckline, trying to emulate the look from the McCall pattern. And so I did the square neckline both in the front and in the back. But for this one, I needed to have a little slant for the neckline here to allow me to have a very smooth transition from the front piece to the back. And for this one, I also inserted inseam pockets for this one here and the waist tie. And for this one, the body is the same one as the Q-inspired dresses. However, for the skirt portion, I used the Butterick B6446 skirt that I talked about in my last two videos number 36 and 37. I never got to use the sort of half circle skirt view for the four dresses that I made using the Butterick pattern. So I thought I would try it with this dress. And even though originally I thought it was a half circle skirt from the Butterick pattern, but after I cut it out, it definitely more of a quarter circle skirt and not so much of a half circle skirt. But I'm still very pleased with this. So overall, I'm quite pleased how this dress turned out. The only thing was I think I cut the square neckline almost too wide, just barely. And so in a way, it's not particularly secure on the side, but at least it doesn't fall off. So I have to see how it goes. If somehow, the shoulder area moves too much, I may have to sew in a bit of a stay to connect it with my bra straps. But overall, I'm very happy how this dress turned out. Oh, and also, even though this cotton is very soft, and so technically I didn't really need to line it, but I still lined it with a white cotton ball that I purchased from fabric.com. And then the same thing with just like the Q-inspired dresses, these are real plackets, so it looks quite realistic, even though the whole placket is not functioning because I added a invisible zipper in the back, so that's just much easier for me to get in and out of the dress. And so here is a quick video of this green butterfly dress, and I paired it with my trusty nude 3.5-inch wedge. And overall, I am very happy how this turned out. So I'm very happy that this is my attempt. And I did shorten the puff sleeves by about 1 inch in length. But now in hindsight, perhaps I should have just kept it. But overall, I'm still very happy how this dress turned out. So the second dress that I will share with you today is this one I'm wearing right now, made from 100% cotton poplin that I purchased on movefabrics.com. And so here's a close-up of the fabric and the print itself. And so the background is a very dark kind of ink black and with line drawings of people's faces in beige. And I just really love this print. And I thought it somehow reminds me of early 20th century art and very Picasso-esque. And so I really love this fabric. And I made this dress from 2 yards of this about, I think, 58 inches of this cotton poplin. For the second dress, I used the same bodice as the green butterfly dress, but I changed the neckline to this fairly high round neck. And I also added this Peter Pan collar for this particular version. And this is not a continuous piece. Because there is a break in the middle because I added a invisible zipper in the back. And just like the green dress, there's also it's not very obvious, but there's also a placket down in the center front here to give the look of a shirt dress, even though the placket is not functioning because I just get in and out of this dress using the zipper in the back. And for this one, instead of a waist tie, I made a belt for it because I thought a belt would complement this dress better than a waist tie. And so this is the design of this dress. The idea behind choosing this particular fabric for the second dress is that I knew the second dress would be quite girly because of the puff sleeves and the Peter Pan collars. So I was interested in pairing this design with a non-girly fabric and to see how it would turn out. And I'm very happy to report that I'm very pleased with the results. Even though I think this design obviously will also pair very well with some sort of pastel colors or with a floral print. But I'm very happy I chose this print and it works out very well. And in a way, because of the darker color of this fabric, it doesn't look as girly, and so in a way I could actually wear this for work, even though these days obviously I'm just working from home. So here is a quick video of the second dress, and I paired it with my standard 3.5-inch black heels that I normally wear for work. And overall I am very happy how this one turned out. It really is exactly what I thought it would be, and so overall I am very pleased with the juxtaposition of this very girly design with this non-girly fabric. So these are the two faux shirt dresses with puff sleeves that I recently made. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please do stay safe, and I hope I will see you soon. Bye bye!